What's up, everybody? It's that time. Playoff time in the NFL. We had a wild and crazy regular season. So, playoffs may be crazy as well. First up, we have the LA Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Rams have not been coming in. They're coming in kind of on a bad streak. They've been struggling as of late, and they've been not playing as well. However, they still are a good team. Carolina somehow squeaked into the playoffs, and we know how. But, and I know Carolina beat the Rams, but the thing with Carolina, right, is you have off and on type of games, up and down type of games from Bryce Young. Some games he looks like a potential great quarterback, right? And other times he looks like a guy that doesn't know what he's doing out there. And unfortunately for Carolina, their end of the road is right here. Give me the Rams to win, and give me the Rams to win pretty big. I don't think this game will be close. I know that the Panthers beat the Rams the first time they played in the regular season, but I think the Rams are the better team. Give me the Rams. Then, you got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. The Bears and Packers played a good game a few weeks ago. The Packers, had control over the game, and then somehow they let it slip. Will that happen this time? I don't think so, actually. Give me Green Bay to win. I think it's because Jordan Love will be back, so maybe he'll be a little healthier than he was. I think Josh Jacobs will be more healthier. I know Rome Odunze is back for the Bears, but I think the Packers will find a way to win this game, and it would not surprise me if they did. Give me the Packers to win. Then you got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Bills, man, they have been struggling. They have not been looking good. Their hopes were to have a good enough time to potentially be a Super Bowl contender. They have not looked like one. Can they still be one? Sure, but they've been turning it over lately. The run defense is bad, and, yeah, they got the good run offense with James Cook and all that. But what they don't have is a team that does not turn it over. Josh Allen has kind of been, well, looking somewhat like his old self, turning it over when it matters. However, like the last two games, he hasn't really done a whole lot, really. But he hasn't needed to, right? He hasn't needed to. He hasn't been trying to force things, but he has not looked good. They have not looked good. And, they're taking on a Jacksonville team that is playing good. They can run the ball. This could be a tough game for Jacksonville to actually win. But give me Jacksonville at home. And if you're a Bills fan, you got to hope this is your best chance to win and get to the Super Bowl. Because Josh Allen doesn't have to face Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. He doesn't have to face Joe Burrow. Doesn't have to face Lamar Jackson and stuff like that, right? I'm just saying, this is the best chance for Josh Allen. However, I don't trust the Bills. run defense. I don't trust that they won't turn it over. And if they win, cool. But give me Jacksonville to win that game. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers had a tough game where they could only score 3 points against the Seattle Seahawks in a game for the NFC West and the number one seed. Seattle got it. The 49ers defense did play pretty good, though. Their offense just could not do anything. And then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. They're the 3 seed. We know what they are. Their offense is not very good. It has not been good for most of the games. Their defense has been real good. So that is one reason that they have been winning games. The 49ers are a little banged up. And, coming into the playoffs banged up is not really a good thing. I know Purdy's been healthy, but he got shut down pretty much against Seattle. But he had a crazy game going into that game. So, which Brock Purdy will you see? Will you see the one that got shut down? Or will you see the surprise great play from him? Will you get McCaffrey going? Philly, as much as their offense is not very good, and they can't really move the ball, can't really run the ball with Barkley. He hasn't run the ball that well this season. I mean, you got Devontae Smith who's playing good, but 4 touchdowns. You got A.J. Brown who's been off and on sometimes. Mostly because Jalen Hurts hasn't been able to do anything on offense. Yes, he's pretty good. He's good. He just has not had the good numbers all the time. He hasn't really been doing anything, I don't believe, to hurt themselves. And going into this game, I'm going to have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles because I think their defense is just too good. And I think the 49ers are injured too much, banged up too much. I know they're 7-2 on the road this season, but I think the Eagles have the advantage. And weather won't be much of a factor, but I just think that Philly's defense will be the difference, and they will shut the 49ers down, kind of like how the Seahawks shut down the 49ers. And unfortunately for 49er fans, you're going to be one and done. Then you got the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. The Patriots, what a great season they have had. They found their quarterback in Drake May. He's outstanding. Potential MVP. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but potential candidate. They got a good running back with Henderson. They got a good defense. They got a good coach. They are playing, dare I say, the Patriots are playing similar to when the Patriots had Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. They're playing good defense. The offense has been good. They've been running the ball fairly good. They're taking on a Charger team that is banged up as well. The Chargers have a lot of injuries to their offensive line. And Herbert didn't play last week, but that doesn't matter. They're going to play in New England, and I know history says the Chargers are 3-1 against New England, right? But give me the Patriots to win this game. I think that the weather will affect Chargers somewhat, and as well as the injuries. I believe the Patriots are going to be a good young team. They're going to be good. They're playing good. And I know some people might say, well, how do you know the Patriots will show up in this playoff because of how young of a team they are? True. But give me the Patriots. I think just, again, with all the injuries that the Chargers have, the key pieces on the offensive line, I don't think the Chargers are very good. I mean, they are, but not very good on the offensive line, obviously. I think their defense is okay, but I mean, I just think in the end the Patriots win this game. So give me the Patriots. Then finally, you have the Houston Texans going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, boy, did they luck out. They lucked out big time. They got lucky that Baltimore missed the field goal that would have sent the Steelers packing. But the Steelers have been playing decent as of late. However, they did lose to Cleveland 2 weeks ago, so I guess they haven't really been playing that great. But again, another winning season for Mike Tomlin. Good coach. The Steelers defense had some help with TJ Watt coming back last week. Aaron Rodgers doing Aaron Rodgers things, driving down for potential winning scores. Even when Baltimore scored to take the lead, Aaron Rodgers showed his veteran self, did not panic, drove right down, and they win the game. And then their defense, well, didn't really stop Baltimore, but gave them the chance because Baltimore missed a field goal. So that's on Baltimore, whatever. That helps Pittsburgh advance and win the division. They're taking on a Houston team that, man, they started 0-3, right? 0-3, and they're 12-5. They're playing good. They're like the top defense in the NFL. They are playing very good on defense. However, they kind of looked pretty bad last week against Indianapolis and stuff. But, you know, it doesn't really matter. They got the win. They didn't really care. Their offense kind of is not as good, but apparently CJ Stroud plays better in the playoffs. I don't really know how they're going to play in the Pittsburgh on the road. I think, however, you know, I am going to go with Houston. I think they're just too quick of a team. The defense will probably make life miserable for Aaron Rodgers because, yeah, Rodgers can slightly move, right? But not very much. And I think the pressure may get to Rodgers. Now, is there a chance Pittsburgh could win? Sure. If Rodgers plays like he did last week and does not get hit by Houston's tenacious defense, then they have a shot. However, I'm not picking them. Give me Houston to win that game, and there you have it. My wild card round predictions. See you guys next week for the divisional round.